Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So I do feel as though going into this big massive game tomorrow against Arsenal, don't forget 4:30 kickoff as I have been updating you on a regular basis, and I do think if Manchester United can win this game against Arsenal tomorrow, I think that could almost guarantee us to finish in the top four, because we'll get a comfortable lead. We'll go 4 points in front of Arsenal, if we do beat Arsenal tomorrow. As I did say, it could be crucial for our top four ambitions, of course. I don't think it will probably fully decide who finishes in the top four, by the end of the season, because there's still quite a few games to go and all that as well. But we're in good form at the moment, as I currently said. We'll be very confident, going into this game. The way that Solskjaer's got these players drilled and all that. He's got the confidence back in the team. He's got the team highly motivated, as well as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And of course, I know we've had a lot of injury problems, as we all know, because midweek we had 10 players out, and we still won at Paris Saint-Germain, and we've progressed to the last day of the Champions League. We've progressed to the quarter-final of the FA Cup as well, and we're currently sitting in the top four, so we are 1 point above Arsenal, as I currently said. Probably won't be as an easy game, as we currently think, because obviously Arsenal will want to bounce back from that defeat, they had to Rennes midweek, as I said, and that's the only chance Arsenal have got this season of winning any kind of silverware, because that's the only chance they've got of winning the Europa League. Arsenal could still possibly probably turn that 2-goal deficit around, when they play Rennes at the Emirates Stadium, of course. So Arsenal had a bad game midweek against Rennes as well. Obviously, Arsenal either want to get the Europa League and get automatic Champions League for next season, or obviously get in the top four and get Champions League for next season, because Arsenal still know that investment is definitely needed into their squad. I think Unai Emery got like 5 players last summer, if I'm sure, as well. But investment is still needed into their squad. But at home this season, Arsenal have been playing really well at home this season. I think they haven't dropped many points at home this season. It's been like a fortress, the Emirates Stadium this season, especially in the Premier League. They've only lost 1 game all season in the league at the Emirates, and that was Manchester City at the start of the season. So they have been playing really well at the Emirates this season. So it will be an actual difficult game. I don't think it will be an openers game, as the other fixture when Manchester United, of course, won 3-1 against Arsenal as well. But as I did currently say, Arsenal obviously missing Lucas Torreira, because he got sent off last week as well. So he's going to be a big miss for Arsenal. But this is a massive game between Arsenal and Manchester United. It's a massive fixture, especially historically as well. And it always used to be a big game. Always what a title decide, when we had Alex Ferguson for 27 years, when they had Arsene Wenger for 22 years. So mainly it's always been a big fixture, but this is a top 4 battle, of course, as we all currently know as well. It's looking likely now, based on Solskjaer's fantastic progression as Manchester United manager, of course, that he is going to get the Manchester United job on a full-time basis. May not be officially announced until the end of the season, of course, as well. But he has done an absolutely great job as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And if we can beat Arsenal, of course, which we already did in FA Cup, if we can beat Arsenal, that'll be 10 away wins, I think it will be, in all competitions, because at the moment we've won 9 games away from home in all competitions, so we have got a 100% winning record away from home so far under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which is very good. So we are looking to keep that up by getting a win at the Emirates. That would be 10 away wins. It would be 15 wins out of 18 in all competitions if we can beat Arsenal. I think it would be our 11th league win as well in the current process. We've got good news as well going into the game as well. Some of the injuries, Manchester United, well, we've got a lot of injuries at the moment still, but Solskjaer did confirm, as we all know, in the press conference, saying that in relation to Anthony Martial, Herrera and Nemanja Matic are all going to be back into contention. I think he did say they could be involved, Martial, Herrera and Matic, which is very good. Pogba's been rested all week, because Pogba couldn't feature against Paris, because obviously, he was suspended for that game as well. So Paul Pogba's going to be definitely playing in that game. But we have got the quality into our team that can cause Arsenal major problems at the back as well, because defensively Arsenal look poor. Arsenal still got a lot of good players in their team that could cause us problems as well. But I think if Arsenal have got any chance of beating us tomorrow, they have got to be 100% at their best tomorrow, without shadow of a doubt. But they'll want to obviously bounce back from that defeat to Rennes. And obviously from my perspective as a Manchester United fan, we're looking to carry our 100% winning away record away from home as well. But Martial is a very good player. When he has been fully fit, we know he's recently had a groin injury as Anthony Martial, of course. But when he has been fully fit, he's been very good. He's been very good on the left hand side. He's been creating, he's been scoring goals and all that. And I think he's been complementing our attacking line fantastically well. When he has been fully fit. But it's likely he's going to be involved as well, which is very good. And I think he'll operate on the left hand side as well. It's good to see that Herrera could be involved as well, because he's had a hamstring injury under Herrera, and we know he's been fitting in that midfield midfield trio very, very well, as Ander Herrera, and I think, he's been playing really, really well when he has been fully fit. Of course, he's been a miss as well because, he's a really, really good player, he's Ander Herrera, I think he breaks up the play well, his distribution's good, he's effective in his passing. I think since Solskjaer's come in and he's took the veins at Old Trafford, I think Herrera's been playing more regularly, he's been playing a bigger part in the team, and I think it complements our midfield very, very well. So hopefully somewhere along the lines, we can come to an agreement of getting Ander Herrera a new contract at Manchester United as well, and he does deserve it, based on his fantastic performances. And we've got Nemanja Matic, who's been out with a muscle injury as well. There's an outside chance he's going to feature as well. I don't know if any of these are going to start, but Solskjaer did say they could be involved. Martial's likely, and he did say Herrera and Matic could be involved, but I don't know if any of them will start from the start. They might come on as substitutes. I do not know, but this is what Solskjaer currently said in his press conference. At Matic, I have strong reservations about Nemanja Matic. To be fair to Matic, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, his performances has improved, his areas of his game is adapted fantastically well. Nemanja Matic, he's tall, his age, I can't remember how old he is, he's aging up now, is he 29, 30 years of age or something like that? Nemanja Matic is obviously well Premier League proven because obviously he's an ex-Chelsea player as well, but he has improved since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come in as well. It's likely he'll go with Lukaku and Rashford up front as well, because in the last couple of games Solskjaer's obviously been going with Lukaku and Rashford. Lukaku's been in absolutely fantastic form as well, so he's going to be a danger to Arsenal as well, because Lukaku's been in great form as recent. He's scored 6 goals in his last 3 games for Manchester United, and he's been really, really good as well. Lukaku, as I said, he's still got a good ratio scoring goals and that, and he's got a good pedigree in the Premier League as Romelu Lukaku. He's scored what now? Is it 6 goals in his last 3 games? Yeah, I think he scored 27 goals in all competitions in his first season as well. Did Romelu Lukaku. I know there's been speculation about Manchester United maybe sanctioning him off in the summer, and if we do decide to sanction him off, obviously we'll want to try and recoup the initial 75 million we paid for him. I don't think we'll probably get that 75 million, but he has indicated that he does want to go to Juventus if Manchester United do decide to sell him in the summer, because initially he lost his place in the team, but as most recent he's been getting more opportunities considering the string of injuries Manchester United have had, and he's been playing really, really well, and he's looked good, up front with Marcus Rashford, to be quite honest with you. Of course, Rashford will be starting as well in this game. Rashford will definitely be a problem to Arsenal, with the way he exposes opposition's defence. His pace is unbelievable, the way he gets them runs in behind as well, Marcus Rashford, so he's going to be a danger threat to Arsenal as well. But Marcus Rashford, as I said, he's been playing a key role at Manchester United, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, he's been playing a key role. He can play him out wide, but I think Rashford looks more effective, when he's playing in a central position, to be quite honest with you. But Rashford, as I said, hopefully somewhere along the lines, we can come to an agreement of getting Marcus Rashford a new contract, because he does deserve it, based on his fantastic performances at Manchester United. Since Solskjaer's come in, he's been playing more of a key role. He's been leading them lines fantastically well as Marcus Rashford as well. So hopefully somewhere along the line, we can come to an agreement of getting him a new contract. There were talks about Man United getting him a new 6-year contract. The new 6-year contract, it will take him under contract till 2025. Also, will take him under contract till 2025. Till 2025 and take him to the age of 27 as well, but he's still currently under contract at the moment till the summer of 2020, and there's also an option of a further year as well. But we've got a lot of quality in our team. Of course, we didn't invest in the January transfer window, but overall, we spent a lot of money, since Ferguson retired. I think there's about £700-800 million that's been spent, since Alex Ferguson retired and all that as well. And so I think Manchester United are going to win this game against Arsenal. It's a big massive game. Arsenal, of course, from their perspective, need to win this if they've got any chances of obviously finishing in the top 4 this season. Of course, at the moment, the 1 point behind us, Arsenal, they would go 2 points ahead of us, if Arsenal did win this game as well. But Arsenal have got some good players in the team. They still know that investment is needed in the squad. Obviously, Stan Kroenke's not investing any money into the club. He's taking money out of the club. They have got good players, and I think Aubameyang's a really, really good player. I think he's going to be a danger because, he's got a good pedigree. He did well at Dortmund. He's done well in his is this his first season now with Arsenal. He's done really, really well as Patrick-Emerick Aubameyang. Good efficient finisher, good in the air as well, so he will be a danger. And I think Lacazette's really, really good as well. He was good when he was at Lyon, but now he's at Arsenal. I think his performances are looking really, really well indeed. I think, when they do play as a partnership, Aubameyang and Lacazette, I think, they combine very, very well together, and I think, they do score goals between them as well, and they do provide as well. So they are 2 players that Manchester United, of course, have got to watch out for, because Aubameyang's good. He's got good pace as well. Lacazette, he's a good finisher as well. So they're 2 good players, Arsenal have got in their team. Xhaka, I think, has been improving for Arsenal as well. I've been watching him as late. He's looked very, very good and lively for Arsenal as well. And I think, even Aaron Ramsey, when Aaron Ramsey, still playing for Arsenal, when he does get the opportunity, even though Arsenal know he's going in the summer, and obviously he knows himself, he's going to Juventus in the summer on a free transfer. I still think he's playing really, really well for Arsenal when he gets the chances. And I wanted Manchester United to actually go in for him because he's a good box-to-box midfielder. He is aging up a little bit now. He is 28 years of age, isn't he now, Aaron Ramsey, the Welshman. He's been at Arsenal. This is his 11th season now at Arsenal. So he has been, over the years, he has been a fantastic servant, to Arsenal Football Club. And I think Arsenal have given him a good standing ovation. He's won quite a few trophies with Arsenal. I think, FA Cups and all that. He scored 60-odd goals for Arsenal in all competitions in his 11 years. He has been there as well. But he's still a very, very good player. Sometimes you can put him on the left. Sometimes you can put him on the right. So you can rotate Aaron Ramsey. But he's mainly a box-to-box midfielder, is Ramsey as well. But he's definitely, obviously, he's going to Juventus this summer, as we all currently know. And of course, as well, I think Mesut Ozil, he's still an essential player to Arsenal Football Club, is Mesut Ozil. I think he's still a really, really good player, Mesut Ozil, even though he hasn't really had the chance this season under Unai Emery, to be quite honest with you. As most recent, he has been getting in the team a little bit more, as Mesut Ozil, to be quite honest, because Ozil wants to stay at Arsenal. He wants to remain loyal to Arsenal, as he did currently say, because there was strong speculation of him leaving back in the January transfer window. Of course, his wages were the stumbling block. His wages were the problem, because a lot of teams maybe couldn't afford pay his wages off, because he's on £350,000 a week. Obviously, he's Arsenal's highest paid player, is Mesut Ozil, and all that as well. Was it a year or two ago? Manchester United, of course, showed an interest in Mesut Ozil as well. Obviously, before he signed this new contract with Arsenal as well. But I think he's going to stay at Arsenal, even though he has, he hasn't adapted himself that well under Unai this season. He's been constantly dropped. He's had a couple of injuries as well as Mesut Ozil. But I still think, he's a very, very good player. And this is his 6th season now with Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal got him from Real Madrid for around £42.5 million, was it? Something like that as well, Mesut Ozil. Of course, Arsenal have had other injury problems this season as well. Of course, obviously at the moment they've got Rob Holding out for the season, Welbeck's out for the season, Rob Holding out for the season, Welbeck's out for the season, and Hector Bellerin is out for the season as well. I think Steven Lichtstein has just recently suffered an injury as well for Arsenal. But I think it'll be a great game, to be quite honest with you. I definitely think both teams will score. As I did say in my predictions, I think Manchester United will do this. I do think it'll end probably, 2-1 to Manchester United, to be quite honest with you. So I just think we'll edge it. I don't think it'll be quite comfortable, as it was in the FA Cup, to be quite honest, because I think Arsenal are going to really go for this, to be quite honest with you, to obviously, from their perspective, keep their top 4 ambitions alive. So this is basically a battle for top 4, is this game against Arsenal, as I said. But of course, we've won his last 2 visits to the Emirates. 3-1 earlier on in the season in the Cup, 3-1 last season as well. And Lingard's got a good reputation of scoring at the Emirates. Unfortunately, he's not going to be available for this game. I don't think anyway. He's got a hamstring injury, is Jesse Lingard. I think the report's saying that he is back in training, is Jesse Lingard, of course, as well. But he won't be playing in this game, I don't think, as well. We know Juan Mata, of course, is still out there with a hamstring injury as well. Sanchez is out for 4 to 6 weeks. I think he's definitely on his way out of the club in the summer, because I think Solskjaer's lost trustworthy in him. He's lost faith in him as well. And he's been here just over a year, don't forget, as Alexis Sanchez, of course, as well. And he won't be in contention, to obviously, play against his former club tomorrow as well, even though he actually scored in the FA Cup against them as well. But he's had a few injuries since he's been at Manchester United. He hasn't fitted under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's system, as Alexis Sanchez now got a knee injury, so he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. And obviously, he's our highest paid player, and potentially, we do obviously, want to see the best out of Alexis Sanchez, but we haven't, seen the best of him, as we all currently know, guys, in the current process. But we've got other injuries as well. Valencia, of course, has got a calf injury as well. So he did say he's initially out for a couple of weeks. Not too long ago, Rojo's just recently recovered from injury as well. Since he's recovered from injury, I don't think he's had the opportunity as yet, but he may get a slight chance, Marcus Rojo. He's struggled since being a Manchester United player. He's had a lot of injuries. He's struggled with his fitness regime, and, this is why he hasn't been getting a run of games under his belt, Marcus Rojo. And I think, definitely Valencia is going in the summer, because obviously his contract comes to an end in the summer. Manchester United haven't given that new 1-year extension, so I think he's on his way out. I think Darmian could be on his way out of the club as well. He just returned back to training as well, because he's recently just been injured, as well as Matteo Darmian. So in my perspective, I think he will leave in the summer as well, will Matteo Darmian, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserves a Manchester United job on a full-time basis, based on his fantastic progression, what he's done, since he's come to the club, he's done absolutely fantastic indeed. His mentality is immense. He's got the team playing in the right vein and the right manner, the structure of the team's right, the cohesion of the team's right. He's a good tactician, he's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I do like it because he's got a lot of belief in the young players as well. So the young players are gaining Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's trust, and everybody we're going to get the chance, regardless of the injuries, to get the chance to express themselves, get them enjoying playing football again. And this is what Solskjaer has definitely brought to Manchester United. And reports have been obviously coming out of the media saying that reportedly Manchester United, and I think, Ed Woodward has scheduled a meeting. Manchester United are going to have contract negotiations with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer next week, as he did confirm. Obviously, contract negotiations with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer next week, because there has been talk saying that Solskjaer is closing in on getting the Manchester United job permanently, reportedly. Reports do say his contract, I don't think it will be officially appointed till May, as it does mention him in the media. So hopefully we're looking to come to an agreement before the end of the season, to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the job on a full-time basis. But as it does say, reportedly his 4-year contract, as it does mention, his 4-year contract, it's a 4-year contract. It's worth around £30 million, as it does say. I think there's bonuses included as well. His annual salary is around 7.5 million, which is obviously a year. It's 7.5 million. So obviously he's happy to accept a less wage package than what currently Jose Mourinho was getting, because Jose Mourinho was getting 15 million a year. So Solskjaer's obviously getting half of Jose Mourinho's current wages, and Solskjaer, is very, very happy with this, to be quite honest with you. But it is a 4-year deal, a 4-year contract worth around £13 million, but there is bonuses included as well. And of course, he's getting a huge pay rise from compared, to what he was on at Mold, because he was only on about £400,000 a year at Mold as well, was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But yeah, I think he's on the verge of getting the Manchester United job permanently, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, based on his fantastic progression. I do think he can get this team being back team, I think he can get this team competitive again and get us back up there challenging, and I think we can start winning trophies under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. And of course, Solskjaer obviously confirmed, his contractual situation, with his former club Mold. He did currently say that he thinks his contract has expired with Mold. He actually mentioned this in his press conference, because obviously, he got asked about it, and Solskjaer said you can't have 2 contracts, and he said he thinks his contract with his former club Mold has expired, and he believes now he's under contract with Manchester United, of course, as well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he believes under contract now with Manchester United. He does believe that you can't have 2 contracts as well. Even though Mould, from their perspective, did say a couple of weeks before he come to United that he had agreed a new 3-year deal with Mould, and Mould have reminded him he's still under contract with them till 2021. This is what basically, Mould had said in the process. But anyway, Manchester United will probably have to pay compensation. It's a cheap alternative. It'll only cost us around probably 7 or is it £8 million, to give Solskjaer the job on a full-time base, so we'll have to only pay Mould around £7-8 million, something like that. At the moment, of course, we have paid a fee, obviously, to obviously get him temporary. We've paid 1.8 million to Mould at the moment, because we have obviously, at the moment got him temporary, so it still hasn't been made official as yet, as we all currently know. It still hasn't been made official as yet, but he's done a great job, Solskjaer. He's got us to the FA Cup quarter-final, Champions League last night. Solskjaer, when he was a player, he was part of a lot of comebacks as well, so he did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because his club's got a history, of performing, great comebacks, especially when we had Alex Ferguson for 27 years, as we all know as well. So we did believe, and, we made history in the Champions League, which was very, very good. We had 10 first-team players out, and I didn't think Manchester United had done it, so it's going to give us confidence going into this game against Arsenal on Sunday. And Solskjaer himself, obviously we've got a board that can invest in who Solskjaer wants to bring into the club in the summer, because obviously we do expect departures as well. Reports said a long time back that we were going to get around 200 odd millions to spend in the summer as well, but we still know investment is needed. I've already identified the needs strengthening up and bolstering. We need a central defender, probably need someone on that right hand side, as I said, and probably we need a centre defender fielder that's fast and tenacious as well, and that is very very essential indeed, guys, as I said. But Manchester United and Arsenal is one of the still a big massive fixture, not quite as the biggest fixture as it used to be, as I said, but obviously the both teams are battling it out for the top four as well, as we all currently know, guys. So yeah, it's looking like Solskjaer's going to get the job permanently, as I said. Of course, the tester will be next season when he does get a full season, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we'll see who he can bring in, and we'll see if it works out. But so far, so good. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's at the wheel, and he's brought the glory days back to Manchester United, and he's brought the fear factor back to the club as well. But this is going to be a difficult game. It's been a fortress, the Emirates this season, especially in the Premier League as well. They've only lost one game, and that was to Man City at the beginning of the season. I think they've only lost 3 games at the Emirates this season in all competitions. I think obviously they lost to Tottenham in the Cup, the Carabao Cup. They lost to us in the FA Cup, and obviously lost to Man City at the start of the season. So I think they've only lost 3 at the Emirates all season in all competitions as well. So yeah, it'll be a really, really good game. Obviously, we still need to sort some contract renewals out, as well as I've been giving you an update on that as well. I probably should imagine, Solskjaer, as I did say, confirmed that Eric Bailly is now okay, which is very, very good news indeed. Bailly's still got great potential, even though he's been in and out of the team this season. So will he get the chance to play against Arsenal, because he suffered some kind of knock? But mainly, since Smalling's recovered from injury, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been, going with Smalling and Lindelof as a centre-back partnership. It's quite fair. They've been blending in very, very well together, as Smalling and Lindelof. I did say I prefer Bailly and Lindelof as a centre-back partnership, but mainly since Smalling's come back from injury, obviously, I think the last 4 or 5 games, he has been obviously playing Smalling alongside Lindelof as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. But it's always a big game. Arsenal, Manchester United, as I said, won't say nothing much more about it now. Obviously, we'll give you my reaction after the game. After the game tomorrow. As I said, I am going to be watching the game. As I said, and yeah, Solskjaer for me, the right man for Manchester United. I think he can take this team forward. Hasn't proven himself as a manager in terms of winning, any major honours as manager at the moment, but I do think that's definitely to come, as I did say. So I think he's going to get the job permanently at Manchester United, of course, because he's getting the best out of the players. The players enjoy playing under him, which is very, very good. Paul Pogba's back from suspension, which is as well. He's another danger man for Arsenal, Paul Pogba. I'd love to see him operating that number 10, where he looks very, very effective indeed, Paul Pogba as well. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. If you do consider subscribing,